So hello banknote and coin collectors, this is Glenn back with another video, and on today's Gumadi video we're going to actually be looking at Cambodia's previous banknote series. Some of these would actually still be used, and as far as I know they're actually all still legal tender. So these are the 2001 series, and they were issued up until 2014, and as far as I've done research, the largest banknote, 100,000 reals, is still the banknote that they actually use. The 50,000 has actually been changed. The 20,000 is also pretty similar to the current series, especially the obverse. So the obverse is all in Cambodian. So first thing you'll know is that they're actually quite colourful, and the banknotes actually grade in size. So the smallest is the smallest banknote, so the smallest denomination, and the highest denomination at the back is also the largest banknote. And the colours also vary. So you've got yellow for the 50 reals, then you've got the purple for the 100 reals, or purplish green, pinkish colour for the 500. So let's have a look at the first banknote. So this is the lowest denomination, and the exchange rate is 3,000 reals equals $1 Australian. So this is a bit over 1 cent. And Cambodia actually did issue coins in 1994, but as you can see, 50 reals, which was the lowest coin, and the coins have been replaced by banknotes. So this is a country that only uses banknotes, doesn't use coins anymore. And if you go to Laos or Vietnam, you'll notice that they also just use banknotes. And there's a few other countries like the Congo, Guinea, and probably a few others that actually only use banknotes. So on the front of this banknote, we have the Priyavina temple, and we also have a naga. So naga is like a snake type creature, and it's actually a positive thing. So a snake is not a negative animal in Buddhism. And we also have a statue over here. So as always, I use my pen, but as normal, my pen is actually usually about this far away from the actual banknote. So we have the a temple complex that's at Khama, so the Khama temples, Angkor Wat. And here we have a beautiful statue. Looks a bit Egyptian to me, but if you get more detail on it, it'd probably look more Indian. And the watermark is pretty much just lettering, so as you can see there. And on the back, we have a dam, so a modern dam, so this is not a historical feature. And the thing you'll notice about Cambodian banknotes is that they either have a modern infrastructure or an ancient infrastructure, or part of the royal family. And here we have the Independence Monument in Phnom Penh. So this one is the 100 reals, and you'll notice that most of it is in Cambodian, which is a beautiful script. And here we have a naga again. Is that a naga? No, the naga's there. Look, this looks like a chinzi, like a lion type of creature. Independence from France, and that's quite a large monument. Then you have the signatures of who is actually governor. The watermark is also lettering as well. And on the back we have a school, and this building actually has a lot of features in Khmer architecture. So it's a 2001, quite a nice banknote. Then we have the 500, this is worth about 16 cents. And on this banknote we can see Angkor Temple. So you can see how it has what are stupas? Stupas? No, not stupas. They're a standalone building. Just these large conical type features. The pagodas, that's what I was thinking about. So pagoda type feature, which is a Chinese type feature, but these architecture is basically Indian in design. The watermark is also lettering, and on the back we have a bridge over the Mekong at Kampong Chan, and this one has Nagas protecting it. And as you can see, it has modern vehicles crossing over the actual bridge. So the Khmer Empire did build their own bridges, and a few of them still exist, but they were not constructed for roads, so I wouldn't worry about trying to drive over those bridges. They'll probably collapse. And then we have the 1000. So with the dates on these banknotes, usually the date of printing is usually on the back. So the 50 and 100 are only printed in these years. So 2001 for the 100, 2002 for the 50, and the other banknotes have multiple printings of different years. So this is the 2007, which is the last printing on the... Oh, got the wrong banknote there. Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, 2014 was the last printing. So this is actually in the middle. And this banknote has a port at Kampong Som or Sihanoukville. So this is the main city on the coast. Actually, it looks like a nice, beautiful blue banknote. And on the other side, we have... Okay, so we have... Up here, we have the four-faced Bodhisattva. And the god who hears the cries of the world. And Banyan Temple in Angkor. And here we have, looks like Naga and some other statues along here. They're quite a beautiful banknote. I'd actually like to go to Cambodia one time. And I actually got these, so the lower denominations I actually brought off eBay. But the higher denominations I got off a friend who actually went to Cambodia. And they kept some of the currency. But most likely you'll probably be paying for stuff in either Thai baht or United States dollars, especially for the high valued, because there really is no trust in this currency. Then we have the 2000. So this is the highest denomination, only had a building on it. The other banknotes had a higher value, actually had the royal family. And this one has the four-faced Bodhisattva as a watermark. And this is a Priya Vina temple. You can see how it actually has been damaged. So it has no roof. A lot of the columns have actually fallen down. And the walls are missing pretty much. Nice banknote. So this one would be worth about 66 cents. And on the back we have field workers out the front of the Angkor Temple complex. So after the 1400s, when the Cambodian Empire actually disintegrated, a lot of these places were actually taken over by forest, and the fields that probably would have been where people actually lived, just a guess, were actually turned into agriculture. And as you can see, what's this? Wheat. Looks like wheat. Could be rice. Yell at me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Okay, so now we have the 5000. So this is the last banknote with King Sihanouk, who was the king of Cambodia, so Norodom Sihanouk, from the 50s until, I believe he passed away in 2012. I can't remember off memory. I didn't actually look it up. Another thing you'll notice is that it has these features here for the actual blind. So that's another good way of actually for the blind people to actually tell the actual denomination of the banknote. And what I like is in the background, we have a beautiful Khmer architecture of a wagon and people actually following the wagon with oxen on it. And then we have plants. Probably pretty much, there might be food crops, or there might be something that they actually use for timber. And on the back, we have one of those Karma bridges that we were talking about before, guarded by the Naga snakes. So this is a bridge in Kampong Kadai in Siem Reap province. And if you look on images on the internet, they've actually put blocks here so you can't actually drive over it with a vehicle, because this was not actually designed for a vehicle. Maybe carts, but definitely not vehicles. And time actually would wear away its strength, so it's probably a lot weaker than when it was first built. And the watermark is the four-face Bodhisattva as well. Then we have the 10,000 reals. So this one is dated 2001. So the 10,000 reals has multiple printings, 2001, 2005 and 2006. And on the back we have the Royal Palace in Phnom Penh. And this is actually a stairway leading to the river. And obviously they're having a boat race on the actual river. That's actually quite a nice banknote. I like it. And on the front we have a King Sihanouk with the Naga snakes again. And as you can see, it has two different colours for the actual serial number. Then we have a 20,000 reals. And this replaced the previous 20,000 reals, which actually wasn't that good. And it's actually a lot smaller as well. And this one has King Norodom Sinomi, so King Sihanouk's son. And it has the Naga snake again. Has a metallic security thread, which increases the security features on the actual banknote. The watermark is also the four-face Bodhisattva. And here we have an engraving taken from one of the temples of Angkor. And on the back we have the Angkor Wat temple complex. So this is a major temple complex. And there's actually other temple complexes actually around here. And here we have a UV feature in ink, so that should actually glow. And here we have the four-face Bodhisattva at the Banyan temple in Angkor. So that's not that temple, it's another one. And that's actually, you can see it's actually quite damaged itself. So it hasn't actually been looked after over the hundreds of years. And that's probably a high denomination. You probably won't see that often in Cambodia because the wages are actually quite low. Probably in the cities you'll see it, probably not in the countryside. And the highest denomination I have is the 100,000 reals. And this one has King Sihanouk and his wife Norodom Monief. Can't say that name. And here we have the coat of arms of Cambodia. You have the Naga. It's more 3D, so you can actually see how it's actually a lot more complex than the other images actually portray. And then we have the metallic security feature, which actually changes colour. And it's quite ornate. Australia could actually learn something from this design, because our ones are actually quite boring. And you can see, I actually quite like that. It's nice, beautiful. And here we have the serial number, black and red. And the watermark is actually King Sihanouk. I'd actually like to see the UV features on this, but I don't have a UV lamp. And here we have King Sihanouk, his wife Norodom Monief, and King Norodom Sinomi. So that's the current king now. These two people actually passed away quite a little while ago. So this is a 2012. And here we have a stone sculpture. I can't find that much information on it, but it's probably one of the gods that actually protect Cambodian Hindu culture. And here we have another security thread down the centre. Quite a nice banknote. Quite a large one. Probably a banknote you don't come to encountered that often in Cambodia. Has a value of 100,000 would be $33. So for Cambodia, it's actually quite a lot of money. Probably be a week's worth of wages, and probably not a banknote that people really want to use, because dollarization has actually taken hold quite substantially in the Southeast Asia, because they've always had inflation, pretty bad inflation, so distrust of the currency is pretty much normal, I would say. Anyway, what would you be paying for these banknotes? Well, I would say you'd probably be paying for an uncirculated one, probably double face value. So probably about $60 for a 100,000 reals. For a 20,000, which is about $6.60, probably about $15 to $20. So it's a bit over double. For these ones, you're probably paying $5 to $6. And the lower denominations, like your 50, you probably get it for like $1 or so. So, well, definitely. So you're not paying double face value for all the banknotes. I would say that's probably the higher denominations. The lower ones, you're probably paying a dollar or two just to purchase an uncirculated banknote. And actually quite a nice series to actually get. Not as good as the pre-1975 series, but still, it's better than the Vietnamese banknotes that I've come across. Anyway, here I'll leave the video. I'll leave a link down below to Cambodian banknotes, and enjoy your banknote collecting. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.